She writes, I'm still alive, don't worry about me. And then I'm sorry. Like, what are you sorry for, woman?
He not worry about you.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Lifestyle
of the Plebe and Nameless. I'm Joan.
And I'm Coco.
We're continuing with episode 3 of Money Heist Korea.
We're breaking down the episode for you.
If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can follow us along with the Money Heist Korea series.
Remember, it's free to subscribe.
This episode opens up with Denver and Moscow's story, and I thought that it was really cute, the relationship between the father and son. Even though they have like a criminal history, Moscow still wants the very best for Denver.
And we find out how Denver got onto the team is because the father negotiated for him to be on there. That was the only way he would join. And the professor's like, yeah, I really need you, so okay, we'll do that.
And we also find out that the passage the hostages are digging is the fake one. And Moscow's the only one that's digging the real passage.
Yeah, I wonder how the other hostages would feel to know, like, all this work they're doing is, like, fake.
And I'm like, poor Moscow. He has to do it all by himself.
Yeah, I was wondering, how can he do it all? Because they have all these other people doing the other one, and they're not going very far. And Moscow's doing it all by himself. Poor thing.
We find out that the mint lady did not die. Denver shot her on the leg.
At first I thought she was dead because Berlin came in and she was playing dead and she actually looked like she was dead. So I was actually excited. Like, ooh, maybe this is like a different plot line than the Spain version. But then I was let down. It's the same. She not dead. What did you think of him shooting her in the leg?
It fit his character. Because he couldn't bring to kill a pregnant woman.
She not pregnant.
I know, but she's still a woman. Like, he promised his dad, like, they gotta do a good job on this last mission.
Yeah, that's true. So the hostages think that she did. And so they start turning on the director.
Especially the ones from North Korea. They've had enough of him. He's like, you can't just go up and, like, act on your own.
Yeah, because she's one of them. She's North Korean. So they're a team.
I was like, heck yeah, they're finally showing him some colors.
Yeah, I was so glad that somebody was putting the director in his place. I was so tired of him.
The hostages were also starting to be, like, mean against each other.
Yeah, they are getting angsty.
It was, like, lunchtime, and one of the guys like, hey, can I have some more? And they're like, no.
No, he dropped his tray.
Oh, yeah.
So he lost his meal. And the other guy was being mean and saying, no. I guess he didn't want to die. He's like, well, I don't want to do something wrong and put a toe out of line.
It's working towards Berlin's plan.
So the hostages are showing cracks, but we also see cracks in the team.
Especially Tokyo, because she doesn't like how this is going.
No, because somebody died. And that was the professor's #1 rule, is that nobody gets hurt.
But since the mint lady didn't die, she and Denver are trying their best to keep her alive. And that requires turning against Berlin.
Rio analyzes the smashed watch and finds out that something got transferred to the task force. So now the professor has to go figure out what exactly it is that they know.
I felt like the way the professor got into the tent was kind of creepy.
I thought it was very fortuitous for him that the mother called him at the cafe. Like, it worked out in his favor. He got lucky.
But wouldn't it be creepy if he had planned that? For her daughter to be picked up?
You think he planned all that?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. There's no way.
But it's too, like, coincidental. Like, what other things would he be able to use in his favor to get into
How would he have gotten the dad to go pick up his daughter? Like, hey, go hang out with your daughter today. You want to do that, right? You want to violate your restraining order.
But, like, it was just so, like, coincidental.
Yeah, things just worked out in his favor. Like, he just got lucky and found an excuse to go into the tent.
And how he just get in there?
He barged his way in. Someone was trying to stop him.
Yeah, like...
And he just kept going. And he got all the way in.
He finds out that it's Nairobi and Rio.
Yeah, he saw a lot in that short amount of time in the tent.
He's looking at everything.
And then he tried to play it off like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So while the professor was out figuring this out, everything was falling apart inside the mint with the team. There was so much infighting.
Tokyo and Denver are taking out Oslo and Helsinki.
Because they were trying to spy on them for Berlin.
I was surprised at how Denver was able to take down Oslo because he was such a big guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, like, the masses, like, the physics, how is he gonna survive this?
The momentum. How do you stop such a big guy? Right. But, you know what? Denver was a fighter in the streets, so he has practice.
Mm-hmm.
He proved himself against Oslo.
And then Helsinki, he was, like, patrolling, and he stops by the room that the Mint Lady was hiding in. And she was, like, moving around and making noises. I was like, why is she moving around? Like, I get that she's in pain, but she was, like, in search of, like, notes to, like, write down a message.
She needs to write a love letter to her director.
I don't get her.
She's a woman in love. What is there to get?
I don't get her. Like, she's crazy.
It's so terrible.
Like, she writes, I'm still alive. Don't worry about me. And then, I'm sorry. Like, what are you sorry for, woman?
He not worry about you.
I was so worried for her because I thought that Helsinki was going to shoot her. Because he found her.
Yeah, but Tokyo got there in time. And she rounds him up.
But I was really surprised that Helsinki didn't say a word about the Mint Lady still being alive.
Oh, okay.
You know, because they had, like, a whole commotion. Like, everyone thinks that Denver killed her.
Huh. Why do you think he didn't say anything? And you know what? After they beat up those two dudes, Oslo and Helsinki, they didn't seem that bothered that Denver and Tokyo tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
They were just, like, chill about it afterwards. They were just like, okay, we're a team again.
Like, they didn't have that many lines in the story, at least in this episode.
Yeah.
Maybe because they're from China and don't speak that much Korean.
Oh, they're from China?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. That's how they introduced it in the beginning.
Gotcha.
Tokyo trying to take Berlin down, and she's trying to, like, get Rio and Nairobi to be on her side, too, to take a vote on, like, who's new to be in charge again. But then they find out from the professor that Rio and Nairobi's identity have been revealed.
So now they're back on Berlin's team.
And then that's whenever the professor finds out that the Mint Lady got killed. And then Moscow charges in, and he's like, wait, who got killed?
I know, poor guy.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand, like, I felt like at that point, Denver could have come clean and been like, oh wait, no, she not dead. I didn't kill her, I only shot her in the legs. Because everyone was there, the professor was on the phone. It would have been a great thing, actually. Because Berlin couldn't have done anything at that point. He couldn't have punished Denver for not killing her because she wasn't supposed to die in the first place.
And then everyone had been so depressed and worried that the plan failed because someone had died.
Right.
But then Moscow, like, why you hit the button and go outside all alone?
He was distraught. He's like, oh my god, like, now my son's a killer. I didn't want it to be like this. He was actually trying to be a good father. He was like, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to say I killed the woman. And then we'll come clean and we'll get a shorter sentence.
That's so sad.
Yeah, he's just trying to think of his son.
He's like a loving father, even though they went down the wrong route. But then he didn't wear his mask either. He just went outside without his mask.
Because he was just going to be like, okay, this is over. Like, it's fine that they know who I am because I'm going to confess anyway.
But the task force, they were really confused. Like, oh my god, the Mint door's open.
Yeah, and we see two of them out there. Like, are they hostages? Are they suspect? Like, which one's which?
And the negotiator, she goes out to the scene too. And I see, like, all of the people around her, you know, like, all armed up and stuff.
Yeah, why is she not wearing a bullet vest?
I know.
I was so confused. Like, woman, you're just out there.
It's like, you're so bare. Like, have some protection at least.
Wear something on your head. Wear a bullet vest, anything. Like, you have a daughter at home. How can you just be walking out there?
The negotiator thinks that both of them are the thieves because Denver is, like, not trying to, like, hurt Moscow. He's just trying to get him to go back inside. Yeah. And everyone inside was, like, scrambling what to do. And they come up with a great idea. Like,
that was Berlin's plan.
Oh, yeah.
That was a brilliant plan. He's got the brains. I see why the professor, like, recruited him and have him as the leader. Because he does come up with good plans.
They have the hostages mixed in with the thieves, pointing guns, forming, like, a triangle.
Okay, but why did they pick the director as one of them? Like, that was the dumbest thing ever. He is a hot button. Like, you cannot trust him. You can't. He should have been the last person they would pick out of all the hostages.
I mean, he's obviously one of the main ones out of the hostages, you know?
Yeah, he's the worst.
It was so funny because he's like, oh my god, this is my chance to escape. And he starts pointing a gun against all of them.
And the task force people think he's not a hostage because he's acting like an aggressor. Tokyo was a quick thinker too. She's like, okay, let's make him look like a suspect. So we will all bow down and put our guns down.
I don't know if she had expected the police to like shoot him though.
I think she knew that this was kind of like a way out. Like now they think he is the suspect and none of them are.
I mean, I was kind of happy that happened though.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Oh my god, the director gets shot. And I was rejoicing. I was so happy. I was like, yes,
That was
he got
like the
shot.
highlight of the episode.
Oh yeah. There was one scene in this episode I was very confused about. So we have Denver holding a gun to Helsinki and Oslo when they were confronting Berlin. But then next thing we know, it cuts to Denver like kind of herding all the hostages into a separate room from the lobby. And the director complaining like, please don't put me with them. But then it cuts right back to Denver holding a gun at Helsinki and Oslo again.
That exact scene.
Yeah.
When
Did that happen?
Up.
I don't know. I didn't understand even the point of that scene.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Like, it was just stuck randomly.
Anyone know when that scene happened? Like, when it's supposed to be? Because I don't.
We find out that Berlin leaked Rio's image to the police on that watch on purpose.
Yeah. That's so evil.
It's so chilling.
Mm-hmm.
He's so dark.
Well, his mantra is to rule by fear.
He even wants fear within his team.
Right, that's what the professor asked him. Does that apply to your team too?
So he did that so he could keep Rio on his toes. Oh my god.
Because now he's scared. But I do agree with his philosophy. Like, as far as the hostages go, I think you do have to rule by fear. Because otherwise they're not going to fall into line if they're not scared of you.
Yeah, because once they have time, they'll like bite you back.
Exactly. That's what that director does. Like, you gotta scare him.
What good does he get out of it? Like, why can't he just be like all the others and just like, chill as a hostage?
Because he's an arrogant man. Like, he's just an arrogant jerk.
Like, does he want like a reward or something after he gets out?
He's just thinking of himself. That's it. The whole time. He's just selfish.
And everyone else is like, yo, if you just chill here, like, we'll be done soon.
That's what the hostages are like. They said they'll just let us out when they're done. So.
So episode 3 is like the halfway mark, right? Yeah, I like the climax they gave us.
Yeah, with the director getting shot.
Will he survive? If you stay with us till this point, be sure to leave us a like emoji.
Do you think there would have been a better body part to get shot instead of the leg? Like, where would you rather get shot?
Why does she need to get shot in the first place?
Because she had to play dead. There has to be blood.
Does there?
Yes, because Berlin came and checked to make sure she's dead.
Oh, I forgot that he showed up.
What? No, he checked. He stepped on her hand to see if she moves. And she didn't move. That's why I thought she was dead in the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, she is dead. Like, they had me fooled.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up.
And make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow us for our Money Heist series.
And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you get all of the updates from our channel.
You can find us on Instagram at PLEB and Nameless. We have lots of exclusive content for you there.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time on
Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless.
Bye!